Ever since the release of Marvel Rivals, we have seen it dominate the multi-shooter genre, and based on its popularity, it is not slowing down. But what exactly does this mean for its competitors, specifically its major competitor, Overwatch, which has dominated the multiplayer shooter since its initial release? According to Ninja, also known as Tyler Blevins, we all know him from streaming Fortnite, but recently he has switched over to Marvel Rivals along with many other streamers, and it seems that everyone is just playing Marvel Rivals because it's so fun. Even for me, when I started YouTube, I mainly did Fortnite content, but since the release of Marvel Rivals, I found this game to be addicting and so much fun, and I love making content for it. So here I am with another video for you guys. But like I mentioned before, a lot of people think that Overwatch is already dead. And this is what Ninja had to say on one of his recent streams.
Behind us.
Yeah, they're not. Listen, Overwatch is dead and gone. And what's it? I mean, it's just so unfortunate. Like, here's the thing, dude. This game is going to be so. First off, they already have a new map coming, which is incredible. Second, they have so much lore and so many heroes and villains and anti-heroes. Like, dude, they have enough for updates for like the next 10 years.
You have an IP gap. You have like a player relevancy gap. Like, there's just so much. Their rank system's better. Like, I just feel bad almost for them.
I mean, not to mention just in general, like the Overwatch 2 launch was just abysmal.
Yeah, it was an update.
It was an update, and then they also didn't like. What was the one? Like, I always forget. They promised a huge PvE playing, and then they're just like, nah, never mind.
There's a lot to that though. There's a lot of mismanagement. Like, just generally speaking, that kind of caused that to happen. And like Jeff Kaplan was really stubborn on what his vision of the game. Like, yeah, there's a lot though.
So according to Ninja, Overwatch is already dead and gone. And one of the main reasons for that is because of all the updates that Marvel Rivals has already implemented and ones that they will implement in the future. I think that when he said this quote, it was during Season 0, and we were all preparing for Season 1. So the new map that he mentioned was the Manhattan one that we all love playing on now. But he is correct in that Marvel Rivals has so much lore, many heroes and villains and anti-heroes, that they could have so many updates in the next 10 years and beyond. It's actually crazy to think just how big the Marvel IP is and how they can implement that into Marvel Rivals. For me personally, one of the main reasons that I loved it so much, I saw so many streamers playing it. It looked like a ton of fun, and I'm a huge Marvel fan, so I love anything Marvel. I used to watch all the cartoons growing up. I love all the Marvel movies that come out. Some of the more recent ones haven't been that good, but nonetheless, I'm a huge Marvel fan, and so Marvel Rivals is one of those games that I was really excited to try out, and I ended up becoming addicted to it, and I love playing with my friends. It's literally so much fun. And I know that everyone else is enjoying it as well. I think that the Marvel Rivals team has also done a really good job in showing us what is to come. I mean, they already have confirmed that The Thing and Human Torch will be coming on later in Season 1. And then there has also been a confirmation sometime in Season 2 that we will be getting Ultron, plus some other heroes that we don't even know about right now, which is literally crazy. I mean, that's so many heroes already added from Season 0 up until now. Now, for me personally, I've never played Overwatch. I don't know anything about the lore, anything about the characters. I do know, however, just from word of mouth and videos that I've seen, that Overwatch, the first game, was really fun. And then Overwatch 2 was a huge disappointment. Just that in and of itself dropped the player count quite a bit. I was too busy playing Fortnite and having so much fun with that game that I never really got into Overwatch. So this is coming from someone who loves Marvel Rivals and a similar game style, but have never played its competitor. But from what I've heard online, people are enjoying Marvel Rivals a lot more. Let me know down in the comments, if you are an Overwatch player, what do you think and how it compares to Marvel Rivals? Which one do you think is more fun at the moment? I think that also because of what Overwatch did when releasing the second game, I mean, Ninja basically just called it like an update rather than a brand new game. So there's a lot of factors that could lead into the downfall of Overwatch. But a lot of people are speculating that it's mainly due to Marvel Rivals, and we could definitely see that from the player count. So based on this article from The Gamer, Overwatch 2's player count has dropped by almost 40% since Marvel Rivals launch. Marvel Rivals has been an unequivocal success. The hero shooter launched with a staggeringly high player count, only to beat it a few weeks later when the game's first season dropped. It's also managed to retain those players better than every live service title released in the last few years. The game has enough potential content for another 875 years as well, so don't expect it to slow down anytime soon. That's just crazy. I don't know where they got that number from, but that's insane. All right, so this is data that they use directly from Steam, but they found that in the 3 months leading up to Marvel Rivals launch, so that's September 25th to December 5th, Overwatch 2 was enjoying an average player count of 33,738. In the 7 or so weeks since Marvel Rivals was released, Overwatch's 2 average player count has fallen to 20,565, which is a 39% drop. For comparison, the average player count for Overwatch 2 for each of the 3 months we looked at was just under 35,000, which was September 5th to October 4th, so it was clearly stable until Marvel Rivals launched. While correlation does not always imply causation, the timing of the 2 instances at least indicates Marvel Rivals launch had a significant impact on Overwatch's 2 player count. And then it basically says that Overwatch 2 has always faced an uphill struggle since it launched in October of 2022, which goes back to what I mentioned before. We don't know for sure if Marvel Rivals is the sole reason for Overwatch's downfall. I mean, there's still a lot of players. I think currently they average around 25,000 players, which is still a lot, but it's nowhere near what it was, and especially ever since Marvel Rivals came out, it dropped that 40%, which is just insane. The other crazy thing too is the retention of Marvel Rivals. It has retained pretty much all of its players. Now, time will tell as to how long that will last. I mean, let's take Fortnite, for example. When it first launched, it was the thing for so many years. It slowly saw a decline, and then once OG dropped, it had a major spike. I don't know if that will be the same for Marvel Rivals. Only time will tell. I just think it's too big of a coincidence. From the time that Marvel Rivals dropped, we saw such a huge decline in the players. I think that those are definitely linked. And this is not to just trash on Overwatch 2. Like I said, I've never played the first Overwatch, and I've only played Overwatch 2 like once. I didn't get in it because I didn't like the game. It was just that I was busy playing Fortnite with my friends, so I never really got into it like a lot of other people at the time. But it is clear that the game is struggling right now, and Marvel Rivals is succeeding. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think that Marvel Rivals has really destroyed Overwatch? Do you think it can ever make a comeback? Can Activision/Blizzard overcome their challenges that they faced in the last few years to make Overwatch what it once was? If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. And if you guys want to see my other Marvel Rivals content, including 10 heroes that I think should be added into the game, make sure to click the link up above, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.